took the pages out, and he made one for restaurants. And then he took the pages out, and he made a separate one for a hotel motel. And it was beautiful. Seriously. It was beautiful, but we already had the book. So he spent maybe a month of nights putting the books together, in binders, in page protectors, with each name on the end of the book. Then he submitted, he wanted reimbursement for all the materials he bought. And then he went out and he started looking at accounts to sell this to. He went to Yale New Haven Hospital, AT&T, Amtrak, some other really big ones down there in Connecticut. Now, the reality is, you should start as a salesperson, start with some of those accounts that are going to be smaller, something that you can learn, that you can sink your teeth into. But don't start with the really big ones. But Jack started with the big ones. He was a whale hunter. Now, why did I, as a manager, not try to discourage him? Why did I allow him to? Why would I try to encourage him if he's going to those places?
Passionate.
Passionate, being creative.
You might get lucky.
In some place in my heart of hearts, some place deep inside of me, like, this is probably never going to work, but you know what? If he's lucky, it's going to look really good for me. So whatever, Jack, let's go. But he went into Yale Hospital, and he's talking to them about our first aid, and the lady's dealing with is a PhD, and she looks at him and says, "You interesting little bug. What do you sell?" And the sales fell apart. We were in a construction company in New Haven, and he takes out, and he great appointments. He's got these great appointments. And he sits down with his customer, and he says, "Let me show you, Mr. Customer, what we have in our first aid kit." And he opens up the catalog, and he says, "This is our number 170. This is our number 167 first aid kit. We'll use this one." He says, "Let me tell you what's in this kit. Up on the top, we have our antiseptic wipes. There are 25 in this box. They are 5 inches by 8 inches, and they have benzoyl chloride and a skin conditioner. Next to that are the alcohol swabs. They're 1 inch by 3 inches, and they have alcohol. So there's 50 in this box. Next to it, we're like, oh my God, these are bloody products." No, Jack. Abbreviate. And he goes there are 100 cotton tip swabs in there, he says, and you'll find that. And so after he goes through every product in there, the customer, after about a half an hour, the customer's sitting there, and he's doing this. And if a customer is doing that to things on his desk, what's he telling you?
That he's not interested.
Not interested? What? Time to go. Let your inner voice speak to you. That means that it's time to go. And he knew that it was time to go. Jack continued. We got done, and the guy basically said, "No, I'll talk to somebody. Give me your catalog and take off." And I got outside and I said, "Jack, what was that?" He goes, "Well, Henry, that's known as my birdshot method." I said, "It is. Tell me what your birdshot method is." He says, "Well, I wing him with birdshot, and I figure that when I get to the thing that he's interested in, he's going to stop me." Oh, I could see a construction executive go like, "Dear Lord, did you say 3x3 sterile guards? Stop the presses, I need you to stop." So we lost the sale, and it didn't go down. So we're going to talk about 6 categories of protection that are in every ZCAP. You need to learn the 6 categories of protection. You need to learn this. I don't care if you know the OSHA citation and the OSHA standard by heart and what the OSHA standard is, but the 6 categories of protection, you need to be able to get them out. So there are 6 categories in the first aid kit.